Pam Bondi is a name that evokes both admiration and criticism. To her supporters, she is a trailblazing legal expert who fought against opioid abuse, defending Florida's laws and stood firm during national crisis. To her detractors, she is a polarizing figure whose stances on same-sex marriage.
When I was sworn in as Attorney General, I put my hand on a Bible, I raised the other hand, and I swore to uphold the Constitution of the state of Florida.
Medical marijuana and political partisanship sparked outrage. But what is about Bondi that makes her so divisive? How did she rise to such prominence, and what legacy has she left behind? In this video, we will uncover her story from her groundbreaking achievements as Florida's first female Attorney General to the controversies that have defined her career. Whether you see her as champion or a critic, one thing is clear. Pam Bondi's journey is one of you don't want to miss. Stay with us as we dive into the complexities of her life and career. Pam Bondi's journey began in Temple Terrace, Florida. As a prosecutor, she handled complex cases with intelligence and composure. For instance, in a high-profile fraud case, she meticulously examined evidence to identify the true culprits, preventing a wrongful conviction. In another case involving exploitation of the elderly, she not only applied the law effectively, but also provided support to the victims' families, showcasing her empathy and legal acumen. These qualities caught the attention of Donald Trump. In 2024, he nominated her for U.S. Attorney General. Citing her legal expertise and steadfastness, Bondi had previously served on Trump's defense team during his first impeachment trial in 2020, where she argued against the impeachment process and defending Trump's actions. Her performance demonstrated her legal skills and ability to remain calm under pressure, earning praise from conservatives. During her Senate confirmation hearings, Bondi faced questions about her loyalty to Trump and her past lobbying activities. She emphasizes that her commitment to upholding the law and maintaining the Justice Department's independence. Despite concerns from some lawmakers, her experience and previous service in the Trump administration made her a strong candidate for the role. Pam Bondi was born on November 17, 1965, in Temple Terrace, Florida, a small and tight-knit community that valued service and connection. Her father, Joseph Bondi, served as the city's longtime mayor, instilling in Pam a deep respect for public service and leadership. Her mother, Patsy Bondi, was a dedicated school teacher who emphasized the importance of education and hard work. Together, her parents provided her with a balanced upbringing rooted in civic responsibility and intellectual growth. As a child, Pam often accompanied her father to community meetings, where she observed the intricacies of leadership firsthand. These experiences inspired her early ambition to make a difference in her community. Her energetic and curious nature made her a natural leader among her peers. Teachers and friends recall her as determined and empathetic with a strong sense of justice. One lesser-known story from her childhood highlights her organizational skills. She initiated a neighborhood cleanup project for a local park, rallying her peers and local residents to participate. This early example of leadership set a stage for her future endeavors. Pam excelled academically and was active in student governments during high school, where she developed a passion for debates and advocacy. She also volunteered for local community programs, further demonstrating her commitments to public service. These formative experiences paved the way for her dedication to justice and her pursuit of a legal career. After graduating from high school, Pam attended the University of Florida, where she earned a degree in criminal justice. During college, she worked part-time at a local law office, gaining first-hand experience in the legal field. Her colleagues remember her as diligent and detail-oriented, qualities that would later define her career. She continued her education at Stetson University College of Law, earning her Juris Doctor in 1990. Her first major role in law was as a prosecutor in Hillsborough County. She quickly gained recognition for handling high-stakes cases with precision and confidence. For example, she successfully prosecuted a complex insurance fraud scheme, earning respect within the legal community for her thoroughness and courtroom presence. In another case, she represented a domestic violence victim against a prominent businessman, facing significant public scrutiny but remaining steadfast in her pursuit of justice. These early career milestones showcased her fearless and principled approach, setting the foundation for her eventual rise in state and national politics. In 2021, Pam Bondi became Florida's first female attorney general. During her 2 terms, she focused on high-profile issues that brought her into the national spotlights. From cracking down on pill mills, fueling the opioid crisis, to securing billions in settlements for Floridians affected by unfair lending practices after the housing crisis, her work impacted countless lives. Her leadership during the Deepwater Horizon oil spill further established her as a staunch advocate for Florida residents. One notable case during her tenure involved her efforts to address the growing opioid epidemic. In 2012, Bondi spearheaded a statewide initiative targeting pill mills, clinics that illegally dispenses large quantities of painkillers. This initiative included conducting raids, shutting down illegal operations, and pushing for stricter regulations on the prescription of opioids. Her work led to a significant reduction in opioid-related overdose in Florida, showcasing her determination to tackle one of the state's most pressing issues at the time. However, her decision was not without controversy. Her stance on the Affordable Care Act drew criticism for potentially leaving millions without health care coverage. Additionally, her defense of constitutional amendments banning same-sex marriage and her opposition to medical marijuana legislation angered many advocacy groups. In the following chapters, we will explore these controversies, examine her views and the societal reactions they provoked. Pam Bondi faced heavy criticism for defending Florida's 2008 constitutional amendments banning same-sex marriage. LGBTQ+ groups and equality advocates protested her stance, arguing it infringed on basic rights. Bondi maintained that, as Attorney General, she was obligated to uphold laws passed by voters. One striking story comes from a Florida same-sex couple who fought for marriage equality for years. They criticized Bondi, claiming her stance hindered their fundamental rights. Bondi responded, "This is not about my personal beliefs. It's about fulfilling my duty to defend the state's laws." Critics argued that her actions were influenced by political pressures rather than legal necessity. Bondi also opposed that legalization of medical marijuana, citing concerns about potential misuse. During a public hearing, a terminally ill veteran shared his reliance on marijuana for pain relief, pleading for the law's passage. Bondi replied, "While I understand these personal stories, we must consider a long-term implications and how to prevent misuse." While some saw her response as pragmatic, others viewed it as lacking compassion. These positions made her a hero to conservatives but drew sharp criticism from progressives. Bondi's influence extended beyond Florida. In 2020, he joined President Trump's defense team during his first impeachment trial, further cementing her national presence. Her role earned respect from conservative circles but also drew criticism from opponents who viewed her actions as highly partisan. Despite the controversies, Bundy's national appearance showcased her legal expertise and ability to perform under significant pressure. Her career continued to intersect with major national events, keeping her in the public eye. One of Bundy's most significant achievements was her leadership in negotiating the national mortgage settlements following the 2008 financial crisis. These historical agreements provided billions of compensation to Florida homeowners affected by unfair lending practices, marking a defining moment in her legacy. However, this milestone also faced criticism. Some argue that not all funds reached those most in need, raising questions about transparency and accountability. This defining moment reflects the dual nature of her career, impactful yet controversial. Pam Bundy's career is a study in contrast. As Florida's first female attorney general, she broke new ground. Yet her stances on healthcare, same-sex marriage, and marijuana legalization sparked significant debates, navigating complex legal and political landscapes. She became a pivotal figure in Florida and beyond. As Bundy continues her work with the America First Policy Institute, her influence remains strong, whether praised or criticized. Her career highlights the complexities of public service and the challenges of balancing principles with public opinion. Pam Bundy's story illustrates how influential political figures navigate the balance between controversy and achievements. Her policies have ignited passionate supports and strong oppositions. Her legacy reminds us that public service requires courage and a constant willingness to face challenges. Are you a supporter or a critic? So, what did you learn about Pam Bundy's backgrounds and her influence on politics? From her early life and education to her rise and prominence and her tenure as Attorney General, Bundy has been a force to be reckoned with in Sunshine State. Whether you agree with her politics or not, it's impossible to deny the impact she has had on Florida and the country at large. Love her or hate her, Pam Bundy is a major player in American politics, and her legacy will be felt for years to come. Thank you for watching, and we'd love to hear your thoughts on Pam Bundy. Are you a supporter or an opponent? Let us know in the comments, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.